Instagram, as well as YouTube television. Join us. We're going to make it do what it do. Let's get safe.
Come on now, on the east side. On the east side, west side, north side, south side. I'm Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, the host of Talking Real to You Prime Time. Talking Real to You is the only internet talk show that focuses on just plain old life issues. We're going to continue to assess with the topic that we started on, but it was the day before the election. Now we're going to talk about the results of the election tonight, as well as what's the emotional and mental health of the United States since the election. We're going to see how some response. We're going to play some clips where you got some people are sharing some thoughts, but you also can be a part of the show by calling in or going to the web link. You can call in to our chat line. That number is 347-857-4192. Press 1. I'll make sure I get you on the line by identifying the last 4 digits of your cell. Ask for your location. Then you can chat with Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith and our team members that will be joining us. And whenever they sign on, I'll make sure I introduce them one by one. Go to the web link if you want to be a part of the show. Just listen to it. The web link is www.blogtalkradio.com/WVSW Radio or WVSW Internet Talk Radio. Then you can go to our web link. Website. Let's make sure we get that right. And that's WVSW Radio, the Internet Station 23.wic.com. Check us out. We're building it as we move forward. We also are being broadcast live by several social media sites that adds to our brand. The live broadcasts are available on Big O Live, TikTok Live, Facebook.com. And you have 2 Facebook that will be rolling when our second team member, third team member join us. But you want to check us out on Big O Live, TikTok Live, and Facebook.com. is Dr. L. Alberto Smith. To be friends with me or follow, that's DrLDEALBERTOSMITH. Or you can go to Facebook as well and get facebook.com/Lisa Farrell. And on Instagram, we have where we're partnering with the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama. And we're excited to make sure we partner with those brothers. That's Z Squad Greenville 1981. So we're partnering with them. They sponsor a lot of our shows. We get a chance to get a lot of their projects and programs done through this network. We're thankful to have that opportunity. And on YouTube, you can check us out on the Smithway Enterprises. On each of these live broadcasts, you have an opportunity to purchase what we call a star, a badge, or a coordination or a flower, or a like. Or you can go to YouTube channel and subscribe with us, be one of our subscribers. It runs at $5.99. Check us out. We are so excited to be able to come before you. We're excited because WVSW Radio, the number one internet station, has listeners and watchers in 48 countries and on six continents. Again, 48 countries and on 6 continents. You was checking us out last week. We had 45. Since then, we had 3 new set of listeners, country of listeners. That's Cameroon on the continent of Africa. We have Egypt, and you know where it is, East Africa. And we have Saudi Arabia. We have listeners from those areas, and we thank you all for taking time to be here and share with us. We would like for you to register with WVSW Radio so you can be a part of our giveaway, where we raffle off hotel stay, 3 hotel stays, which we pay for, 3 nights, and try to get one more night. 3 nights, 4 days, 5 nights, 6 days, as well as we make sure we get you into the site with the best opportunity to enjoy a luxury hotel. So what we actually do is to register by sending your name. And then we also have what we call our love offering. We give out from $5 to $100. And what you can do once you register, send your name along with one of these means of transaction, which is Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle, to LorenzaDSmith15@gmail.com. We also ask you to sow a seed of $1, just $1, with the radio station. What it goes toward. Now, we mentioned about the hotel stay, but we also give away gift cards, gas vouchers, food vouchers, movie passes, car wash vouchers, as well as book bag at the beginning of the school year, which we did it in September, August and September. We're going to do it in January, which is the second semester. 10 book bag. We gave away 5 there, full of all the generic products, meaning things we don't know exactly what school requires. We're just going to make sure you have a pen and pencil, some paper, tablets, notebook paper, and all that. We're going to make sure you have that, so you'll be able to get that bag and move forward. I know in some areas they have clear bags. We're purchasing clear bags as well. Some areas does not require clear bags. So truly, we just want to give back to you. So once you send us your name, along with a means of transaction, we put you in the giveaway, the raffle. We shake the canister up, your name pop up, bam, there we go. Then we will be sending quarterly to you some kind of love offer from $5 to $100. Before I go any further, what I want to do is let Simon, our co-host, and I'm going to ask her to hold it for a minute before she introduces herself. I introduce her, and she will come back and make sure you let us know who she is, and that's truly a blessing to have in here. So we're going to sign you on, co-host, and we'll eventually introduce you. Sow a seed again, $1. What you can do for our radio station is send it to Cash App at $Lorenza, LORENZA DSMITH, and or PayPal at LorenzaDSmith15@gmail.com. And what we would like for, as we said, you sow a seed, is to help with the gift cards and the various items that we buy to give away. Also, on top of giving away and wrapping off are the books from our authors that have been on our network, have been on the show. So we want to make sure we can give you a copy of that. That way you won't have to purchase, because we'll purchase several copies and just give them away. We just need to know exactly if you're the winner, how we can get it to you, because we'll even take care of the postage. So before we move any further, I want to give a shout out to our co-host that's joining us. This young lady hails from the great state of South Carolina. Matter of fact, alumnus of North Carolina Central University. Those Eagles. She's joining us from the great state of South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina. Member of Zeta Phi Theta Sorority Incorporated, a former educator, and I say former counselor, a former administrator, still loving and teaching every day, whether it's through a mentor program, whatever it is. None other than our co-host that's truly bring a joyful moment to our network. None other than Scarlett Harvey Black. How you doing, Scarlett?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you doing, Doc? Hanging in here.
Okay, that's good. That's what we have to do.
Good to be with you tonight.
It's good to have you on here. You know, and I tell everybody, hang on. Just hang on just a little while longer. That's all we got to do. Don't let nothing change your game. All right. Let me give a shout out to some awesome people that joined us. And this first young man, I'm going to give a shout out because yesterday was their Founders Day. And I want to give a shout out to his Pick 9, none other than Coach Daryl Pickett. We call him DP, a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Give a shout out to you, Daryl. DP, thank you for joining us and being a part. And again, happy Founders Day to you in your organization. Truly, we want to give a shout out to a couple other people just jumping in right now. And I want to do this before we get started. Kawan, thank you for taking time. Montag is joining us, along with Akane. Thank you so much. We have, and sometimes it's kind of hard to see, but I make it work. Be Brave. Thank you so much. Devin, thank you for taking time to be here. Let me see if anybody else can give it's Palma. Thank you so much for joining us. Villo, thank you so much. He's joining us. And several others slowly popping in, and we'll give them a shout out as we move forward. Scarlett, how you doing again? We look to have an awesome show tonight because I have the title as now that the election is over, what ensues now is the title. This is wvsw Radio, the number one internet station. Excited to go back and say this. We have now 41 countries of listeners and watchers. I'm sorry, did I say 48? Yeah, 48 countries on 6 continents. So I'm really excited because we have 3 additional countries that was added first of toward the end of last week, and we made sure we want to give them a shout out. That's Cameroon, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia. I have listeners over there just checking us out, and they said they're right about 6 to 7 to 8 hours difference. So if they're checking us out, that means they're in the morning, working toward the morning. We thank you for taking time to be here. Scott, as we get started, we want to move forth with our title with a few topics. And what I try to do, I try to spotlight some topics because throughout the time there was things leading up to the election, and then there were things that influenced the election and influenced the results. We also saw as a political alignment or some block groups, if you're voting blocks, that was a little different than they've been in the past. And then we want to kind of analyze, the election of 2024. Then we're going to discuss some things that the calendar, I'm gonna tell you, kind of disturbed me in the way some people responded, and I kind of caught a lot of them on on YouTube, and it was just they screaming and hollering and doing a lot of things that I want to play some clips of it, and we'll kind of talk about the emotional and mental health of people in regards to after the election. When you put your heart in it, you can pour your heart out, and I think that's what a lot of people poured their heart out, and whether you like, they still poured their heart out. So, Scarlett, as we move forward with this, I want you to take this opportunity to kind of, there's one thing I had on there, but I took off. And I took off because we really didn't go in depth, but I said I wanted to make sure we get in depth with it. And that was the electoral college along with the popular vote. We wanted to, previously talk about that because it takes a little bit more time. And then we can move forward with some other things there. But if I think we did a little bit of sharing it, but we couldn't go in depth. Is anything else you want to kind of do a summation of what was said last time, and then add anything to it? We don't have to be on it long, but long enough just so if anybody asks, even though it occurred, some people still not understanding it. So truly, if you want to start by sharing some thoughts with that, Scarlett, and then I'll jump in then after you.
Okay, well, I don't have anything else to add. We're still dealing with, and first of all, let me congratulate you on this broadcast because the move to 48 countries now. And I remember that I came on a little bit after you had started this broadcast and all the things that you're doing, Swift production. Wow, whoever would have thought? Nope. And it could be up to 48 countries, so we welcome all of those across the world, across the globe, who are part of us and join us each time, they tune in. So we thank them, and also the great little organizations who have been with us, for a very long time, almost from day one. And congratulations to the Omega for your anniversary, your founding, and also those that will be coming up. As you know, it'll be in January, a lot of coming on all through then.
Exactly.
So we're just happy. I don't really have anything else to add. As with quite a few people, I can't say, a lot, but I'm sure he is out there on the airwaves. This has been, it's been pretty tough. In fact, I have to tell you how I broke down and actually cried because not so much about the actual, even though it was very disappointing, but not unexpected. But the name calling and things of that nature that really pierced me. And maybe we can talk about that if we have enough time. But it's been something to now saying that it's time for this to be abolished, and how we have those electors from each state who would cast their votes. And I think the first initial things come up in December, and in a place in a box or something in D.C. pulled out by the Vice President of the United States to start tallying or calling out how to vote. Electors have voted for the Congress, to see. We know what happened the last time. I'm pretty sure that will not happen this time, because we do believe in the mutual transfer of power in this country. So that's where I stand on that. Whether or not it should be abolished, this will be for discussion, I'm sure, as it is every election cycle. Should it go? Is it time? Is it an old relic from the past? And how do you feel about that? That's where we are in the country. We still have this as our form of government, or our form of how we do our elections. And elections are handled by the state. Folks don't understand that elections is not handled at the federal level. Elections are not handled in Washington, D.C. Each state has their elections and how they handle those elections, and making sure that the ballot is processed and put before each voter that comes to cast a ballot. I'll throw it back to you, Doctor.
And truly, I think the biggest thing here was, even we can go back pretty much in the past, where there were a candidate that may have won one part of that. And I think that was the biggest concern with most people, that it didn't happen this time, because both electoral college and popular vote went to the president-elect. So I think in the past, our biggest thing has been because we think the popular vote would be because one candidate, or may have been our candidate, got the popular vote, and the other person got the electoral college. But both of them went to, even last year, 4 years ago, to the Democrat Biden. So the point, I think the biggest thing people not understanding why it is in play. And that's where we need to make sure, I'm not saying us just the two people here, but people need to research and find out how it works. And a lot of people don't want to do that, and we rely on mainstream media to give us information. We rely on people on the corner to give us information, and we rely on people that don't really know because they have their own narratives. Creates the problem. Now, we can go into the historical part of it, but as Scarlett said previously, she did that. She talked a little bit about it, and it was enough, but still, people are, at the point of still not understanding. And one thing about I want us to understand, in a competitive situation, someone gonna win and someone gonna lose. Unfortunately, the key is how you handle the winning and how you handle the losing. And we got enough, honestly, on both, because I got clips of it on both sides. So it's not one side. So my point, how individuals handle the losing, how people handle the winning. And it's truly where we need to make sure we understand this. We got to give those people, meaning the people who have the right to vote exactly how they see fit. May not be the way we want them to vote, but they got a right to vote how they want to vote. So the problem is we got to truly accept it, because whenever we're in a situation competitive, the losers are always going to have to travel to the winners. That's just the way it goes, and you have to be humble and take a step back, and some don't want to do that. It's unfortunate. But I guess because Scarlett was in coaching, see, part of that, I was in coaching. And sometimes I got my team and myself got the brakes beat off us. And we heard some derogatory things. But we have to accept that, and then we have to go get better. See, the problem now, instead of some people doing some things I even have recordings of, is to go find out what it is. Let's address what's going on. Why did it happen? What did we need to do? What we missed? and move in that direction. So the Electoral College for that purpose was set up to make sure the smaller states, or whether we want to go back and say the states that might have been in the Confederacy or whatever, the smaller states had a voice, and they had voice twice because they got a voice in the Electoral College and the popular vote. So how it turns out, we have to learn to work to do better and be the best we can be. And as we move forward with that, we want you to be a part of the show by calling in. And call-in number is 347-857-4192. Press 1. I'll make sure I get you on the line. Identify the last 4 digits of yourself. Actually, the location, you have a chance to chat with Scarlett, Harvey Black, and myself, Lorenzo D. Smith. It's exciting to be here. And this is a good time to be able to sit down and let's have a conversation. And the next thing I truly had on here as a topic is polling. I don't know how much individuals look into polling. I looked at the polling a lot. I looked at about 50 pollings all through the process. And the statement is discuss what the polling got right and wrong in the presidential election. Again, I looked at the polling. I looked at On Point. I looked at Eagle. I looked at everybody polling. And I kept up for about 3 months while everybody was around here doing the things I was trying to see. And I compared the polling. And about 2 of them came out perfectly on each one of their polling. So in essence, we say everybody not polling true and poll or not, but they still are being polled. So the question is, did they get it right or get it wrong? I won't say they got it right or wrong, but some of them, one of them was pretty close. On Point was pretty close. So it's just, is a need for polling? Is polling an advantage? Is polling discouraging? This is what we want to kind of look at, whether it's right or wrong. Should we have polling before the election? Should we look at polling? Is it important? These are the things we want to talk about, Scarlett, in regards to polling. We're not going to be on it long. We just want to kind of touch, because we've got several topics, and I want to try to get through most of the topics tonight.
I think polling is effective because it gives each candidate and those who are running these campaigns, just an idea or a blueprint or a guide on where they need to touch certain populations of the electorate and things of this nature. I feel like from day one, everyone was told this is going to be a very close election. It's going to come down to 1 or 2 points difference. This is why it was so important to vote. This is why they kept emphasizing, please vote. The opponents on the other side turned out their voters. We have folks voting for third-party candidates. We have folks protesting by not voting and things of this nature. These were what they call marching votes, marching results. And pretty much all of our elections are really kind of look like it's going this way. Whereas when it comes down, we're not going to have these landslides. It's more like we did when you and I were growing up and coming through. Well, we're somewhere with win, by 10 or 12 points, 8 or something like that. Now it's down to the margin. They also, the pundits told us that, this country was divided. And the polls also shows that. The president-elect did not get a mandate. He's down below 50%. That was not a mandate. It was a very close election. And if people had voted and not threw away a vote for a third party that you can't win, like Stein or RFK, people like that, and throw away a vote, 4 or 5 percentages in either direction would have made a huge difference. So when you stay home, when you don't vote, and when you brag about not voting, you have to live with the results. Now, unfortunately, those of us who voted for democracy versus a dictatorship, we're going to be paying too. You know, when the results come out, we all are affected by it. Not just one group, but all groups. And even today, you know, when you're talking about, you know, deportation, and things of that nature, I just don't know what it is that people did not understand or did not get. This is real. It wasn't just talking and just, you know, trying to be smart. This is real stuff. This is real life. And we're going to see the effects of this. Again, it's going to touch all Americans. It's going to touch all of us, not just one group of people. It's going to touch all of us. This is the consequences of an election. As you said, one person wins, one person does not. How you accept to win is, you know, graciously, you know, and not have American trying to transfer peaceful power. We're showing that now. You know, that's great. And we'll have to, you know, live with now. We do have, in 2 years, there's another election coming up, and that is for the House and the Senate coming up again. So, you know, at that time, it's going to be very important that people cast the vote because it may change where now all the power in Congress is just in one party. You know, so these are some things that you have to think about, but that's always salvation or reckoning that, you know, will be available to us, will be to vote, to make sure you have guardrails, to make sure you have monitoring, to make sure that somebody are watching out on what is going to happen in the next, in these 2 years.
Awesome. Let's make sure, because you know, these are opinions of individuals on this show. It is not their opinion. I want to make sure because people don't get caught up in the moment.
Right. Yeah. Let's say that. That's just, yeah.
Yeah, because people will see different. But let me say that I do beg to do different on the part about people voting for a third party, because if they didn't feel like either party gave them what they wanted, they chose to go to a third party, which is independent. And people have that. I'm not challenging that because they got that right. And see, we got to allow them to do that without thinking it affects us personally. Apparently, the candidate, neither one of the candidates gave them what they wanted. So they have a right to cast their votes for that. And that's one of the things we got to accept. We can't say that they could have voted for our candidate or for another candidate when they chose to vote for the third party. Yeah, so we got to keep in mind that independent is still existing. There is a party of independence individuals, and everybody just don't vote the way we want to vote. And we have to understand why they chose to go to that other part. See, that is the part that's getting me. It's more of, well, they should have voted here, they should have voted there, they do it there. But why did they choose? Have we had conversations? Have we talked with those individuals? Get their opinion. Everybody just don't think the same way and feel it. And what's affecting you or I may affect those people different. You know, $500-600 light bill.
They did have conversations.
Well, $500 or $800 light bill. $500 or $800 light bill might not be a problem for us, but it might be a problem for them. See, that's what we have to make sure we keep in mind when we think about it. Just because we are not affected by things, higher prices, the cost of things, people might be. So the thing about it, they said, well, neither one of them going to do anything for me, so they may choose. That's why I don't like us to get into for me to get caught up and say they could have voted this way or vote here, vote there, would have been. But those people have a right. Wherever we cast our vote is the right where that was the purpose of people dying for, to allow us to cast our vote how we see fit. And I just want us to make sure we stay on that track and we begin to move forward and not caught up in what happened and what could have happened, because because I guess, as you know, you coach and I coach. It's a lot of times I could have got home and said what could have happened. They would have done that, would have won. But the point is, I said, okay, let's do better. What we need to do, what we need to practice on. And I think that's what everybody needs to do, because I think both parties or all parties need to do that. We need to evaluate when we do things as an organization. We need to have meetings after we complete the activity or complete the event and evaluate it and make decisions how to get better. The ideal is to get better instead of, fall into what we call a rut of, well, woe is me. And to me, I think that and that's the attitude I have about it. I have the attitude, okay, fine, what do we need to do? What was those people, what were they looking for? What they need? Did we give it to them? And these are the kind of questions we have to start asking ourselves, then open ourselves to listen to other people. And that may not be like us, might not be financially like we are. We have to listen to those people, because I did a lot of talking to people throughout it, especially in the city, about what they thought and how they feel. I got different opinions from different people. I got different thought process from other people. So the thing about it, to correct the situation, to do better the next time, like you mentioned, Scarlett, in 2 years, we have to learn something from this. We have to know that what we need to do to address the needs of those people who in the past voted on a block with a party and chose not to fully this time. Why did you step away? And not be derogatory, because I hear a lot of derogatory things said toward those people that, we need not to say. We need to kind of listen. I'm not saying you. I'm saying people said that. Get people where they, okay, I choose not to go that way, and go angry. You can't get angry because somebody choose not to go the way you want to go. And I think that's something we need to really focus on, especially in the party. And I'll say, as a Democrat, we just need to focus on hearing what people have to say, because it begin to become a mentality of thinking that it's elitist. You got an elitist attitude, and we need to make sure we look at the common man as well. So that's just one thing. But I want to move forward by giving a shout out to our sponsor. I have to always give them a sponsor a shout out, and this this team, time for a commercial. This team did an awesome job this weekend. Let me say, because the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, a organization named Simply Beautiful Event Center, Mary Ruth's Restaurant, got together and fed 150 residents of South Butler County free Thanksgiving dinner. All they do is show up, and they showed up at 150. Last year we had 110. The year before we had like 50 to 60, but it's growing every year. And I give a shout out to all three organization partners to make sure South Butler County, those individuals get Thanksgiving. We're not guaranteed. That's why I said some of us might have Thanksgiving dinner, and some of us don't. And that's why I said we have to think about that in life. Just because we have don't mean somebody else have. So that's what we did. We gave back, and it was a great adventure. I'm going to give a shout out to Mary Ruth's Restaurant, Simply Beautiful Event Center. Simply Beautiful Event Center, and Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated for stepping outside the norm, outside the box, and doing something different. This is Mary Ruth's Restaurant out of Georgiana, Alabama.
Looking for home cooked food in a family-friendly environment? Well, look no further than Mary Ruth's. Mary Ruth's Restaurant, located at 261 State Highway 106 in beautiful Georgiana, Alabama. Great food in a family-friendly environment. Mary Ruth's Restaurant offers home-cooked breakfast, all the fixings name is Luciani, and how to cook breakfast. We cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. Mary's restaurant specializes in a meat and 3 vegetables meal. And meat and 3. Also, home cooked hamburgers, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, and much more. Seafood Friday, barbecue Saturday, and it's all cooked fresh and made from scratch, including the desserts and so much more. 261 West State Highway 106 in Georgia. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Call today, 334-362-4032. That's 334-362-4032. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Home cooked meals. Family friendly environment. Great food. You can ask for more at a restaurant. Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana. Breakfast from 7 a.m. until 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Lunch from 11 until 2. And dinner from 5 until 9. Barbecue Saturdays begin at 11 a.m. and last until 9. Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana. Home cooked food with a family friendly environment. Come on, from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m.
The co-owners of Mary Ruth's Restaurant is brother Marvin Lala Smith and his beautiful wife, Sarah Pastor Katrina Roper Smith. And they laid it down. They cooked that turkey. They put out the dressing. They did everything for Thanksgiving because they the one provided the food. They're located at 261 Highway 106, Georgiana, Alabama, which is west Georgiana, Alabama. Check them out. They provided the meal. And congratulations, Brother Marvin and Sarah Katrina, on the job well done. Shout out to Simply Beautiful Event Center. Bonner and her husband, thank you so much. And to the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. I had to throw that in because I know they are smiling down in South Central Alabama.
That is fantastic.
Thank you so much. And I
Sometimes I get to hook up with someone in their restaurant. I've been saying this for years now. Someone about to mail me a sweet potato pie.
Okay. All right.
Something.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna
have to.
we'll get that done for you on the holiday.
I gotta get. Dry ice or something. I have to make that happen.
Okay. Well, I'll as a matter of fact, I'll talk to Marvin and Katrina, and I will make sure we get that to you for Christmas. We'll make sure. And
okay.
So
all right.
you
Let me know.
yeah, we'll no problem. It's going
Going
to
back to
the show. It'll be on the business. Yeah.
For the commercial.
Okay.
I love that commercial.
Okay. Well.
Okay. I think that I'm gonna take a different. I hear what you're saying, and make sure I'm being clear. And I'll be honest. When we've seen people die because they didn't have the right to vote, and they protested and they worked hard trying to make sure that happened. We've had people lose lives over not having voting rights, and it's getting harder and harder in a lot of these states to do so. So the polls in some places no longer there, shorter voting hours, and things of this nature. And if we're going to be, and again, we're talking about our place in the world as a country, if we're going to be a beacon for everyone in all these other countries, and people look towards us to see what we're doing, why are we making it harder to vote instead of easier to vote? It says, yeah, I do get upset when we do have a right to vote, and folks don't take advantage of the right. And for me personally, there are other ways to protest and make your views known. As you said, and I agree with that 100%. Conversation and discussion may not resolve anything, but at least you have that freedom to discuss your views and point of view, like we're doing here tonight. But to protest something by not voting, and then some folks, as someone said, get off the couch and go vote, because this was a consequential election. And why our wonderful brother and sister down at Beirut and those that in the chapter and the other group that went in to help feed 150 people. We're going to have kids in school that will not no longer have school breakfast and school lunch. But these are going to be wiped away. You know, for those that read Project 2025, and I was one of them that went through it. Those programs may, I'm going to say may, be gone. And I'm worried about, you know, where I'm going with this, with children. The adults, one thing, but when the children are not eating and do not have the wherewithal to have food, to learn, and things of this nature, to feed their brains the fuel that they need to go through a 7-hour day in school. That bothers me. And I'm a history buff, and I go back to our history of what people have sacrificed for us to be here in 2024 to do that.
Awesome. We got a caller.
I'll end there.
Okay, we got a caller that wants to jump in right now with the last 4 digits of 4953. We ask for you to give your location, and then you can share your thoughts with Scarlett, Harvey Black, and Lorenzo D. Smith on Talking Real to You Prime Time. Caller, you are live. Caller, you're alive.
Hey, you talk about school lunch. Parents should go back to provide a brown paper bag lunch for their child to take to school with. I heard from one district in Chicago when parents sent paper bag lunches with their child, the child got rolled up because they was expected to eat the lunch, the food that everybody's complaining about. All the seasoned vegetables and other nonsense. And you know, you talk about people ain't allowed to go where it's going on. They complain now, the illegals are voting all over the place. Pennsylvania Supreme Court just came down on some election boards that they was accepting unmarked and late absentee ballots. They told us not doing it. So I don't know where people are not being able to vote when they complain about illegals voting there, especially for local and state elections. But somebody explain it to me.
Okay, let me ask you, what's your location? What part of the country you from? Hello.
I'm down here in my home in Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay, thank you so much. I need that because what I do is I build a map of callers who call in. That's why we asked that question in regards to your statement about paper bag lunches. It takes me back to when I went to school and I had a lunch box with food in. And I understand that made us do. We're in different times now that we are not getting the same kind of, I could say, the foundation is just me because I know what I came through as a child. That my mom made sure I had a meal, made sure that I had something. So the school are providing that opportunity. And even though Scarlett was sharing that and was talking about that, I just think that we need to make sure we can take the funding that we do get through the FDA to make USDA, either one of them, that provided for our school lunches, that our individuals can have that meal every day. That's what I believe that we need to make sure, because they need it. They need to have the lunch because in the form of educated, they're just not getting it at home. And I know what we want to say, but they're not getting, so they come to school and get a meal so they can function. And then by lunchtime, breakfast and lunchtime, they can function and make it through the rest of the day. I think the meals are good, and I think they're in place. I'm not getting where you with the paper bags,
You know what the problem is with the market today? You know what the big problem is today is that you got a diverse population of different religions and cultures, and they don't eat what generally Native Americans. You got Muslims, you got Buddhists, you got those that vegetarian. Well, back in the day, they used to have a cafeteria in the school building. They used to have people, women from the community that would come in and cook, just by putting them to work, giving them jobs. And what was being served was familiar with the population in that school district. But it's different, I think. And I'm going to add this to it. I heard you mention about Project 25. And throughout the years, you have organizations that come up with these ideas about what should be. The Nation of Islam look on the back of Muhammad's speech, newspaper that the Muslims disseminated throughout the community. It has a quotation within the 1980s. But there's a lot of good things of Project 25 from what I read. And you went over one by one with your comments. Thank you.
All right, thank you for calling. We really appreciate Louisiana. I'm gonna just call you Louisiana. Thank you so much for calling and sharing your thoughts. As we move forward with this, there's a couple of things that's really been shared there in regards to education. I really think that education needs to have localized levels working with it, because we do know what our individuals need in our communities. And I'm for our state legislature and our state departments of education doing what they're doing now, because all 50 states do not run their education the same way to assess. I can tell you that because there are several other states that don't do it that way. But that's just my thoughts in regard. But I really appreciate your statement, your comment. Thank you for calling in. It's been a pleasure having you here, sir. Thank you. Okay. All right, Scarlett, I'm gonna do another commercial right quick because I need to do this. Soap Gems by Jackson Gray. Soap.
There's a lot to unpack
Yes.
there, but I'm going to go ahead to the commercial.
Okay.
Soap and perfume set in South Central Alabama. Contact Soap Gym by Jackson Gray. The owner is Miss Jennifer Jackson. Contact number 251-369-1344. Or go to Facebook. Type in Jennifer Jackson or Charlie Danger. There's several items like bombshells, chance or lifetime, Larry's Lowest, Straight Savage, Mad Power, Root Lotion, and Calming Lavender Seesaw. So please check it out. Again, that number is 251-369-1344. So, held by Jackson and Grace.
Check out Soap Gems from Jackson and Grace. Go to Facebook and you can go to group page, type in Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace. If you want to contact the owner, which is Jennifer Jackson with one N, you can give her a call at 251-227-1885. That is a direct line to her. Find out what the product. They have some of the best soap and perfume scents, as well as they have the various lotions, the creams, beard oil, so many things they have, and you can get the prices and connect with us with her. That's Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace. Go to Facebook, type it in, Jennifer Jackson or Charlie Angel, and you can get the information from her right quick. Scarlett, before we move on, we have one listener that was really typing some things in. I want to give them an opportunity by me reading some of the things they have here. First of all, it is a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. You just type, yes, I'm scared for our future. Deflection is a tool being used on everyone. The real issues in our society is not being addressed. Ignored and division is in the new agenda. Here in Chicago, a lot of our brothers and sisters are being tricked into hate. The world is not a singular space. We have to learn. We have to learn, be, and respect everyone. I'm reading what's here. Power is intoxicating. Yes, respect is something we are struggling with. Polling can discourage those who already think their vote does not matter. If the polling narrative is discouraging, people opt out. If 100 people say not enough sugar in the Kool-Aid, does that make it true? too, too much sugar is poison. And give a shout out to Tony Brakey out of the great state of Illinois, and that's Chicago, Illinois. Um, Yes, and we'll move forward. We just got a couple more things we want to touch on because there's some things that I saw that I thought would be a good idea to kind of focus on. The key issues that influence this 2024 presidential election. Uh, I think we saw the key issues. I think we had the key issues. Is how we prioritize the key issues, I would say. Um, I might say, I'll look at the Republican Party. They prioritize main two at the top. Cost of living. All right. On the Democrat side, they prioritize, but abortion was at the top. And prioritize the cost of living, coming up with grants, helping individuals. Those are several things. All of them are not the same. But something influenced this election, and we know that a lot of the people came out, voted for the way their pockets were. They voted the way their pockets. They spent more money when they went, and been spending more money to buy groceries, and we all experienced it. We can't say we can't. People said it, I experienced it. I bought six items the other day. It was $130. So our pocket was a issue for a lot of people. Scarlett, you can share your thoughts on that right there.
Those were the issues people said that they were concerned about. I don't find any. I really don't. We know that folks do. Back up. Let me just say this. My issues were that I saw in this election was disinformation, the constant demeaning, and the tearing down and talking so badly about our country. Those were issues for me. The economy, I'm on, 6 months from now, let's see if there's a difference. Because I don't know what more could have been better done. We have the interest rates have gone down again. For those who are in the market, stock markets and stuff, all kind of records, things of that nature. And the issues that you talk about, the cost of a pipe egg versus the cost of your autonomy as a person, to me are two different things. And that's how I look at it. So for me, it was the buying and all the money that's flowing into the election process in the country now. And for those that don't have it, you don't have an influence. They're influenced by folks in the top 1%. So this is where we're going now. When I talk about the markets, that's what I meant. Because there's a lot of money that flows into these last elections, a lot. And so we're really voting for who's according to this election. 9, was the money being poured in and the disinformation by some of our news outlets, the TV outlets. And I'm going to call by name because everybody kind of knows whichever one that they listen to or whatever. But just the disinformation really bothered me a lot, and the money bothered me a lot.
And like I say, we when we look at things, we look at it with an open mind. Truth, we have to, because you don't get $1 billion put into the campaign. Big business put another $1 billion in there. Yes, it's money. It's all about money. That's how you can put people on the ground and go and knock on doors. You have to have the money backing you. My only problem is the way the money was used. I do have a problem with the way the money was used, because I don't think we need to be paying people to come and do things. I'm just me, because I know I'm still receiving communication about still donating, and
Me too.
and I'm saying, okay, when I hear this money that you already received, what, it's him saying both sides. Politics is all about money. Whoever got the most money and got the most of the well-designed plan to get the people out to vote, gonna win. That's just it. If you can have all the money you want, but you don't get the people out to vote, you're not gonna win. It's just impossible. And we have to keep that in mind. That's why I say, whenever you're not winning, you have to go and look and see what needs to be done. You got to talk about it. And you have to ask those people that we sometimes don't want to hear what they have to say. Why? What was the problem? How did we didn't get you? I'm just saying we need to make sure we do that. In any election, in any type of situation, you have to make sure you, especially when it's competitive, find out where the people, why. Find out the what, when, and the why. What went on? Why did we not, or did we? What do we do? What do we need to do? And sometimes we're going to have to not exclude anybody from it. We got to include. We got to be more inclusive. And I think one of the biggest problems, and I'll use a fraternity. I'll use a fraternity, for example. I have a marketing person that was working with our organization, meaning the fraternity, meaning the local fraternity. And one of the things, and he's a member of a fraternity, one of the things he shared with us about when we have events, he said that I have talked to a lot of people because that's what he do. He's marketing entertainment. He said the reason why you don't get people to come to your events, because the people that down here that are not in the organization see you as elitists. They don't feel comfortable coming until you open your doors for them to come. And we realized we had to market to the people that are not the elites, because we can swap money all we want to swap, but we're not able to increase our treasure, increase our support so we can do the things we need to do. So when he said that, I started thinking about that. We cannot exclude these individuals just because they're not in a fraternity or sorority. They don't have that job. They don't have that, because it's more of those individuals down there than it is of us up here. So the thing about it, if you want to have an event, you need to make sure you open it to the public, but address those people who may not be, because the way they see you, you don't want that image to be that you're so elitist, you don't want them around. And I'd heard brothers say that too. I'm going to say that too. I'm going to leave that right there. I'd heard brothers say that. And the thing about it, we can't exclude anybody. We got to respect their opinion. Might not be a way we want to say it or do it. We got to listen to them. And I think that was one of the key things here. We got to begin to listen in these process. And I think that sometimes it nudge you back and nudge you forward, how it is. But we have about 4 minutes. If I'm looking at my time, right? Oh, we going over the time. Woo. But Scarlett, you can share your link. I looked at the time. Oh, we going over the time. We about to get shut down. But you can share your closing thoughts right here. And I really appreciate all of you joining us. We didn't get a chance to go through all our commercials, but it's all right. I have a show tomorrow and the following day. And I'll make sure I give them justice. I give them double time next few days. But your closing thoughts on our focus tonight.
Well, as usual, first of all, we're so appreciative, everyone who's on, and even, my thing is, and we've said from day one, that no one's come to save anyone. I don't care where you are. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to, dig down and get the information that you need. Make sure it's as accurate as you can get it. Tune in and listen to other people's voices. Read, because that's one thing that cruise chef said back during the day, that you won't have to go in and take over America because they won't throw you there.
They don't leave.
So we just need to make sure that we are aware. And it means that sometimes you got to do more than just listen to what someone's saying. You just really have to get there and do the research for yourself, like you and I do. Mm-hmm. We do a lot of it. So it's just illuminating, and I just think that this show has been so wonderful to so many people, so many ways, so many years now. And we appreciate, it's just appreciated by whether they ever say it or not. It is appreciated. And to this opportunity to express our views in their hours, personal, and maybe we share those things, maybe you don't. But that's why it's America. That's why it's called a democracy. Because we do have that freedom to do that.
Exactly.
I hope it will continue.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Scarlett. I tell you, it's really exciting when we come to you and for that caller who, we have many callers on the board, but they won't put their hand up. They just listen. So we good with that. But that caller did put his hand up and shared his thoughts. That's his thoughts. We are not going to challenge it. That's where you think. That's his thought. And the thing about it, the more we can share our thoughts and be understanding toward one another that said, these are my opinions, thought, and don't get so where we exclude people because they sometimes don't look like us, don't dress like us, and not like us. We can be a better country. We can be better when we start doing that and understand we're in this together. Because regardless whether we're, encountering things this time, next time it might be you. Might be the next person. So we have to keep our minds focused on working together, being successful. On this show, that's what we do. That's why we call it Talking Real to You Prime Time. And it's just talking about just plain old life issues. And we always say that no one's going to come. It's no one on a white horse, a white hat going to come save you, white outfit. You're going to have to be able to save yourself. But you also have to keep up your mind open to all variations so you can understand which direction to go. That's all we ask you to do. It was awesome joining you tonight. I tell you, God has blessed us one more time. But Scarlett, I'm going to take 2 minutes to give these individuals a shout out. Because we got quite a few shout outs coming. People shout them out. Start off with, as I mentioned earlier, Tony Brakey. He's the one that gave us a full list of things. Thank you. He's a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. He's actually out of Zeta Phi Sigma chapter in Greenville, but now he lives in Illinois. So he went back home. We have Pick. Okay, let me give a shout out to his brother. I did it from the Pick 9. This is Coach Darryl Pickett. We coach together, and we truly call ourselves good friends. Remember Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Happy Founders Day to you, brother. Thank you for joining us. We also have Greek. Let me give a shout out to them because it's Greek groups, and they didn't give a description, but I'm asking them to type because first of all they said hi, and I said hi to them, and they said sir, thank you. So in essence, they're an organization And I see a symbol on it. I'm not going to say what organization it is because I can't see it's a big glare. But thank you, Greek Groups, for joining us. Also, you have a shout out to Jacqueline joining us, Loretta, Marquetta, thank you, Louis, Jesus, Vijan, the Goddess, thank you so much, Nikki, Live for You 9, Catherine, thank you, Retta, James, Bulldog 6, Dr. Michi, thank you so much. You'll be surprised. Mama Joe, thank you. Charlemagne Cheese, thank you. Big Mama, thank you. Therma, thank you. Muga, thank you. Kristen, thank you so much. Arterio, that's right. Demetria Besser, she's a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Thank you so much. She's an educator. Thank you so much for supporting us. Eve Line Joseph. We have Lean, Lovely Queen. All right. Perpetuous. Thank you so much. Cora Hendricks 8. Cookie. Thank you so much. Gigi. We have a user. Mark. Nanetta. Rizzo. Lim 1921, member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Truly, I'm gonna look and see. That could be Lambda Iota Mu 1921. Yeah, we have D Holmes. Thank you so much. Thomas Powell. Thank you. Glenn. Justin. We also have Al T. Anderson. Thank you. Steve Ferguson. Miguel. Thank you. Crystal. Beverly. Toker. D. Pink. Up. Okay, then. Paulette Harris. James. M4. MJ. Cody. Crystal. Oh, we got 4. Broken Arrow. Sherry Cole. Let me scroll some at the top because I didn't get them all at the top. Give some shout out to these individuals. It's more. It's a lot more now. Joshua, Jude, thank you so much. Roosevelt Anderson, Hot Grandma, 70. All right, then, Hot Grandma was 70. Fifi, thank you so much. Tara, thank you so much. Miss Kiki, Judy Owen, Cleveland, thank you so much. Argo. We also have Z5B _ so sweet 92, a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. All right. Sharita, thank you so much. Wayne. We have Hasham, thank you. Sugar Ray, Ladeza, Bon, Teal _ Denise _ 2, Mark, E. Diggs, thank you so much. Nisi, Dorothy, Top 5, thank you so much. Vernie, thank you. Jean, thank you so much. Gary Miller, Charlene, Teal _ Denise again. It's Teal _ Denise _ because the other one was 2 on. Thank you so much. Carrie, Bernard, Villard, Palmas, Akina, Montag, Colleen, Breaky, Debray, thank you. Devin, Silly, Zara, Manos, thank you. Kathy, Anger, thank you. Gina, thank you. Miss Sassy V _ 9311. Mark, Bernadette, I Heart Cloud, Mo, B, Shannon, TikTok Queen, Joe, Whitline, thank you so much. Wes, John, Sarah, thank you so much. This is Phil Solomon, thank you. Jude, thank you so much, Jude. Mark Williams, James Warren, Nana, Sherry, Robert, Shannon, E. Wills, 521, Eugene Williams, George, Solomon, thank you so much. LaFrance, thank you. David, Flora, Sweet Love, Melena, this Al Jador, thank you. Francisco, thank you so much. R. Block, Johnny. Then we have two dots. Augustine, thank you. Rose, Michael, Christina, Chris, D. Dominique, thank you. The Medicine Shell, Brother Sam, thank you so much, Brother Sam. Lily Bell, Karma, Queen Fancy 72, Terry, Via, and back to Corey. Those are the individuals that's joining us. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, it was quite a few. Oh, we still got a few more. I got a few more. Ibani joining us. Step Luke, thank you so much. Step Luke, thank you. Mia Makoba, Kawan, I think I called out Kawan. MM673, thank you so much. Keo, thank you so much. Boy, I tell you, it's quite a few people here. I'm telling you, all of them are joining us. And I have two more just jumped in. I'm sorry. 7 more just jumped in. Let me give a shout out to them. They want to hear their name. You want to hear their name called. Cody Barra, thank you so much. You have E2, thank you. Libra Energy 29. You have 1F31. Thank you so. My life, my L. Thank you so much. We have Jizo Fly. Okay, just being me. Augusta 20 _ MJ. Sarah L. Brown. And we have M4. And that's all the individuals right there. Thank you so much. I call you all out, and I see people.
I'm glad.
And they still see a couple more just jumped in, but I'm gonna give them a shot. See, the thing about it, when you have the word out, you get the word out. People want to check it out. So thank you so much. We have a user. We say a user, and they have a number. I won't know the name. Then we have a Geldy joining us. Thank you so much. We got a symbol joining us, but it don't have a name. So thank each and every one of you all. We'll check you out tomorrow because we're going to have our 1 o'clock show, Dr. Lowe's Neighborhood, and we're going to focus on building boys to be impactful men. And we're going to talk about various topics.
I love that.
Yeah. Grandma 70. Yeah, she's rolling with us. Thank you, Grandma. It might be some other grandmas. Some more grandmas on here. Might not put grandma down. I mean, there's a lot of us grandma and granddads too. We thank each and every one of y'all for Scarlett and I on Talking Real to You Prime Time. We're excited because we are moving into a whole different venture because we'll be moving into a new year of 2025. And we're so thankful to have a chance to be here 7 years. We're looking to be here 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. And we're so glad and to have new listeners and watchers every week being joined, if not twice a month or whatever a month. And we want to thank the listeners from Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Cameroon.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking time. Yeah. And I'll probably, because I see someone already making it clear that highlight for their country as well. So I'm gonna, when I get the process, and I'll add their country and be why I just can't see exactly right now, but I see someone new on here, and that's Ivana. That's new. So thank you so much. That person is new, and I know they're trying to type their country in. So truly, thank y'all. We had be 49, be almost 50 states. But we'll 50 country. We're gonna keep grinding. But thank you so much, Scarlett, for being here, supporting and sharing, taking your time to be here. I know your time is valuable, just like all of ours. So I just think about thank you so much, truly. And we will get that part to you. You say you want You say you want a sweet potato pie, I'm going to make sure they get you a sweet potato pie. That's a guarantee. It's going to come and you
put it on dry ice.
On dry ice, and you and the mister can have a ball. Y'all have an awesome holiday coming up, which is Thanksgiving. Definitely be safe and be blessed.
And happy Thanksgiving to all of our listeners that celebrate Thanksgiving in their various places. And to all of us in the state.
Hey, awesome. I just want to tell each and every one of you all, I love you all from my heart. And we're really talking from our heart. A lot of times, don't when we speak from our heart, you might not say what you want to say, but we're saying it truly from our heart. But if we do make a mistake, blame it on our mind and not our heart, because our heart is true. We love you, and we're so thankful. # responsible. Holidays are coming up. Be responsible. Make sure you put family first. Don't do anything to put your family in a bad situation. Don't do too much, what they say, enjoying, celebrating that you may put yourself and your family and someone else in not a good situation. Let's stay off the roads. If you've had too much to drink or had anything to drink, try to respect each other. Don't get upset, get in your feelings because somebody walked by you, didn't speak to you, or accidentally bumped into you. Let's have a true blessed holiday. Let us love each other and care for each other. That's coming from me, from WVSW Radio, the #1 internet station. I truly want to thank each and every one of you all for doing what you're doing. See, God has been so good to us. But you know what? Before I go, I'm going to have to play this last commercial. It is not the last one of the night, but this is the last one from the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Sanctified Sigma Chapter of Greenville, Alabama. And we just want to play this for you.
Or you can go to Instagram and sanctify Sigma Brother with the number 10. If you want to tweet your brother, that's sanctify Sigma _10. I'm going to find every single time in what crowd I'm going to get to. What is it?
Give a shout out to those brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Thank you for your support. Thank you for going this road with us. You've been with us about 4 years, and we thank you so much for the 7 years. We got some people joining. I want to give a shout out quickly to Joey. Joey's joining us. Then we have an ID number. We also have Tamler Scott with the number 40. Campbell joining us. Do we have Tracy Girl Motivator? Thank each and every one of you. I want to say to you, I love you all, and ain't a thing you can do about it. Have an awesome rest of the night. Be blessed, be safe. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m. Good night.